Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Hydro, and I am super pumped tonight. I got home tonight from work, and I came home to a big box full of all kinds of awesome stuff from ECG, Electronic Cigarette Generation. Any of you guys who've watched my earlier videos know that I did a review on the ECG Slim Kit, and I absolutely loved it, and I still do. I use it to this day, and I really just enjoyed that product. And so somebody from ECG actually contacted me and said, "Hey, we've got a bunch of new products. We have redesigned our Slim Kit, and we'd like to send you some stuff to review if you would like to do that." And once again, I said, "Heck yeah, I would love to do that." And so it took a while, and I was sort of like, I was kind of worried. I was like, "Oh man, are they not going to send me any of the stuff?" And but sure enough, they came through like champs, and they really outdid themselves with all the stuff they sent me for you guys to check out. And we're gonna get right into it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna break this up into not one, not two, but three videos, and you will see why. So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is going to be their variable voltage electronic cigarette, and we're gonna be talking about their two disposables. They sent me a tobacco and a menthol disposable. They also sent me in another video. I'm gonna do their e-hookahs. So these are electronic hookahs, like e-cigarette hookahs, basically. Um, I checked a couple of these out just to kind of see what they were like. Phenomenal flavor. Sadly, spoiler alert for their video. This one actually doesn't work. I was really sad. I kind of get like a little bit of the flavor, just almost, it's almost like a, kind of tastes like exhaust or something. But I think the battery's dead or something like that. It just doesn't work. It tastes like it would be amazing, but unfortunately, this one doesn't work. So we're only going to really be looking at three of them. And then in yet another video, we're going to be looking at their e-liquid flavors. They actually sent me five. This is new, and so are the e-hookahs to this company. So this is part of their new product line, and they are just getting better and better and better. The Passion Peach is the one that I actually have in the variable voltage e-cig, which we're going to talk about right now. Now, what it comes with is going to come in a little box like this, and it's going to come with a charger, USB, and then you you screw in the one side into here. That's going to charge it. Says in the box about 2 hours to charge. It's a 650 milliamp hours. So they're suggesting that it's good for about 300 puffs. Then you got to charge again. I think that's probably about accurate. I mean, this is a really small battery. For me, this is gonna last me all day, no problem. I have egos and things like that I literally charge maybe once a week because I've got a few of them, so I just trade them out basically. And I'm also using my my Blue Ecigs, or I'm using any number of things really. So I don't use each thing that I have. I don't use all the time. So for something like this, like I'm going hiking tomorrow, I'm totally gonna bring this with me. So it's just got it's got a nice clarimizer on it. It's gonna have a like a top wick system, so you're gonna have wicks on either side, kind of coming down, and then the juice is gonna feed up from there. You fill it. Oops. As I screw the whole thing off, you're gonna unscrew this part right here to fill it. So this comes off. You're just gonna tilt it, put your juice in, screw this back on. So pretty standard stuff. It's also gonna have your standard 5 on, 5 off. So click that 5 times, it's gonna blink. Now it won't fire, so it doesn't light up. So 5 more times, it'll blink. Now it'll fire, as you can see. Now let's talk about the variable voltage, because how do you do that? There's no wheel here or anything like that. Like, how do you set the voltage? What you do is 3 times fast will set it to the next setting. Right now, I think I actually have it on the highest setting, which is 4.2. So it goes 3.2, then it goes 3.7, and then 4.2. So it's like low, medium, high. Right now it's on high. So if I go 1, 2, 3, now it's green. That's the lowest setting. That's 3.2. 1, 2, 3, That's blue, 3.7, 1, 2, 3, and 4.2. So that's your range right there, which for me is totally fine. I think it's actually a pretty good range. Um, for most people, some people are going to want to vape higher, but I mean, if you're vaping on something like this, you're not going to be looking for vaping higher than that, right? Because it's such a small device. If you want to vape higher, that's when you're going to get into your mods and things like that. Um, so yeah, I mean the build quality is nice. It's nice and shiny. I did actually drop it, and it's totally fine. Works perfectly. So but let's try it out. Check out the vapor, and we'll also check out the peach flavor while we're doing it. All right, so as you can see, the vapor production is really good. This peach it's a really nice peach. It almost doesn't really doesn't really taste like a fresh peach like you just bit into it. I mean, it has a little of that, but it almost tastes more to me more like the kind of peach that you'd find like in a mixed drink, like a peach schnapps or something like that. But overall, it's a really good flavor. Very smooth flavor, and not a lot of throat hit, but just with the nice draw of this tank, and just the smoothness of the juice. It's just a very just nice overall vape. Just a very smooth vape. I gotta say. Now all their e-juices are 70-30 PG VG blends. So you're getting 70% VG, 30%. Um, 70% PG, 30% VG. So, it kind of gives you that nice little, 30% bump where you're getting a little bit more vapor out of it, without really diminishing the flavor a whole lot. So, this is just like a really laid back vape, I think. Just this whole setup is just very chill, very casual. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just nice. I mean, it's producing a really a great amount of vapor for something this small, and it's just really satisfying. So now this kit, minus the e-juice, of course, is going to run you $39.95 for that. So um, some people might feel that's expensive. For $40, I mean, I've certainly spent that much or more on kits that it came with maybe a couple ego batteries and a couple clarimizers and a charger. So it's just one of those things where is it worth that to you? Um, to me, this is a great setup. A lot of times, what you'll get is you'll get a really good battery, but the tank won't be so great, and you'll end up having problems with the tank and things like that, which I'm not getting with this. I think they've taken the time to really figure out what a good setup is, and put it together. So I think it's a pretty good deal for what it does. And a lot of your variable voltage batteries are going to go for $40 by themselves in a lot of cases, sometimes 30. But here you get the clearmizer and you get the charger and all that too. So at the end of the day, it's really up to you whether or not you think that $40 is worth it. For me, it's a really good setup, and this is gonna take the place of a lot of my other like ego style batteries. So if that means anything to you. So next up, we're going to try the Disposable Ecigs, and these are going to run you $9.95 each, and they're good for, I believe, 400 puffs. So that's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. All right, so right off the bat, it's pretty big. So definitely a good size. I think probably about the same size as the blue disposable e-cig. And the build quality feels really good actually. It feels like a nice sturdy e-cig. I've always liked that their tips are just sort of like metal, and then you can see the LED when you're actually using. Well, I can't see it because it's right here, but you guys will be able to see. Just a nice overall finish on it, and I think it just kind of makes the look really clean instead of just that plastic ash looking thing. Those are, I've always thought, were kind of unattractive. I don't need it looking like a regular cigarette. I really don't. I want it to look different. I want people to know that it's something different when I'm using it. So let's check it out. Let's see how it works. See, I'm getting like a really good throat hit with this. Just really, really good throat hit. Tobacco flavor is really good. It's it's a little bit different, but it's got a good aftertaste. It's not one of those ones that tastes sort of, I don't want to say medicine-y, but just sort of one of those things where you're vaping it and you're like, this is clearly some funky chemical that I'm using. This one feels a little bit more natural, or tastes a little bit more natural rather. So yeah, just overall it's good. I mean, I dig the fact that the light lights up right there. It actually does come apart. One of the e-hookahs actually did take apart. It's got wires and stuff like that in there, so that was kind of interesting. But I don't want to fiddle around too much with it because I'm not that guy. If I was field of vapor, I would definitely take it apart and really see how it works. But he's good at that stuff. I'm not, because I don't really know what I'm looking at. So let's put this back in here and check out the menthol. It's going to be the exact same thing, just a different flavor, but we'll check out the flavor. Yeah, the tobacco on that one was good. It's there's so many different types of tobacco flavors. But that one, it's hard to describe, but it doesn't really taste like a Marlboro or Camel or anything like that. It's just kind of got its own taste, but it's good. It's a good tobacco flavor. All right, so this is going to be the menthol. Man, just really good vapor coming out for these disposables. It's pretty mind-boggling. I mean, the vapor production on these are better than some of the vapor production on some of the more expensive things that I bought. It's crazy. Really good menthol flavor. Again, doesn't remind me of a Marlboro or a Camel menthol, but maybe more akin to a Benson Hedges menthol, or maybe a like a Newport or something like that. Really good. I think whether you're a tobacco smoker, just straight regular just tobacco, or a menthol, I think you'd be satisfied with either one of these. And for $10, especially if it turns out that it really is like a 400 count puff count battery, then that could last you a while, especially for $10. So overall, really good. The build quality is nice, and it seems very sturdy. One other thing too to mention before we wrap this up is that in addition to them being kind enough to actually reach out to me and send me stuff to review for you guys, which is also fun for me because I love trying new products, and this is just really exciting, is that they've also made up a promo code for you guys. So if you guys do visit the website, which I'm going to put in the description also, but it's ECG Ecigs.com. Let me make sure I got that right. Let me check my cheat sheet. Yes, ECG Ecigs.com. Check out the products if you wanna buy some stuff. Use the promo code, or it might be under coupon code, Hydro20. Hydro20. All one thing. That'll get you 20% off your purchase. It was extremely cool of them to actually do that. Some companies do that. Most of them do not. So it was just awesome that they had seen my previous video, wanted me to know that there's a bunch of new products, and wanted to get them out to you guys, so you guys knew that they had a bunch of new stuff too, and came up with this promo code. So Hydro20 is going to get you 20% off your purchase when you buy the stuff on their website. In the next videos, we'll go over the e-hookahs, we'll go over pricing on that, we'll go over the e-liquids, pricing on that, what you get with that, we'll go over the flavors. A few more things, just because we're talking about the company, they are in the U.S. I believe they're actually based out of L.A. The e-liquids are made in the U.S. also, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So, and we'll kind of go over everything else as we go into the next videos. But anyway, go check them out. Thank you, ECG, very, very much for sending me these amazing products to review. And thank you also for coming up with the promo codes for my subscribers. That's amazing. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And in the meantime, you have a wonderful day, wonderful night whenever you're watching this. Take care.